Hello there Virgo, so this is your collective love reading and it's going to run from the 9th of March up until the 30th. Guys, remember it is collective, it's not going to fit for all of you, but just claim the bits that do fit and drop those that don't. Okay, so what we've got up at the back here, your current energy. This is where Spirit sees the collective of you as of this moment. The highlighting pointing out to me really strongly, you're on different timelines. Okay, some of you won't have reached this point yet, it'll be a predictive reading. Others of you will identify with it now, others of you will be way past it. It's just down to you to try and gauge. They're drawing me straight away before I go into the cards. That's some of you, if you're into witchcraft, to use tourmaline, that's over here. I'm going to use my wand because it's easier to stretch with. And also as well to use a black candle for psychic protection, to prevent those psychic attacks. Okay, there's more thorough cleansing that needs to take place, and patchouli as well, that'll help with your psychic connection. They're also highlighting to me the use of rose quartz coming into the full moon in Virgo, and citrine as well. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just get the rest of the cards out to... Right, someone's got a problem with their throat chakra, because even from the beginning of the video, the beginning of the reading, I'd started stammering and going croaky. So some of you are struggling communicating here, and I think this is where the Seven of Wands is actually coming in up at the back. There's a resistance to wanting to take action. I'm getting a stubbornness vibe that's with it, but there's reasoning. So maybe that isn't stubbornness, it's just determination and perseverance. You've worked your way to get to that point. Some of you are Leo, here we go again, some of you are Leo Virgo cuspers, and you're either waiting for an opportunity to come in, or you're holding out right till the last minute to go in with that Knight of Cups energy. Some of you have been working on your Akashic records, and this is the energy that you've been resisting, and Spirit has been coming in with messages and it's not quite been making sense. It may be now that this is the message that's coming in from Spirit, what I'm giving you now, this Knight of Cups energy. It can be a psychic message to tell you to work on your Akashic records, to do meditation with that, to release anything that you're holding on to there. And that's possibly where that black candle is coming in as well, and needing to purge and get rid of anything that you're holding on to, because that's the energy that you're resisting. There's a cleansing that needs to take place. That isn't going to be for all of you. My goodness, your cards have shut out there, and I think they've given me the exact amount of what we need. So why is everything happening between you and your person of interest, whoever it is that you're investing your thoughts into? Why is everything going down between you and them at the moment? Well, it's because of this Wheel of Fortune that's in reverse. That can also as well be the resistance of either one of you not moving forward, but I feel if it's anyone's energy and it's down to one person, that'll be you. That can be the resistance of the Akashic records. There's a strong spiritual vibe around this reading. There really is. And there's a cleansing that needs to take place, a balancing of chakras. Definitely the root chakra, because they're pointing me over towards that red jasper there, that's over there. Especially for those of you that are a Leo Virgo cusper, because that is linked to fire signs, that red jasper. Okay, so what's going through your party's thoughts at the moment? Well, we've got the Six of Pentacles, it's in reverse. What's going on within their environment at the moment that apparently we're not aware of? The World card. There's something they're aiming for, they're coming to an end of a cycle, some type of completion, or just the knowing. That's ruled by Saturn. That's about massive shifts in paradigms. There's some mega closure going on here. But there's a needing of you to protect yourself. That doesn't just mean if you're involved in psychic energies and you're into witchcraft. There's a needing to protect yourself from the environment. There's strong emphasis on that here. What are your party's fears towards you moving forward? What are their fears, whether they're with you or not? Well, it's this Tower. It's ruled by Mars. They feel it's going to go off, or something's going to go off, and well, it's shaking them up a little bit. Over the next 6 weeks or in the near future, what are you likely, can't get my words out again, likely to experience with your party? It's quite interesting how that bit came up with regards to my speech when I started to say what you're going to experience with your party. I feel it's somebody that's going to come into your energy in the next 6 weeks. I'm hearing 6 to 12 weeks for some of you, because some of you aren't at this point yet. And I'm hearing full moon in Leo, so some of you are still identifying, or only just identifying now with the last reading, because the full moon in Leo was mid-February. And you're going through that restructuring. And that might be why Spirit is picking up that energy as well. Some of you may be in that Seven of Wands, wanting to go with different strategies, but you're just not quite there yet. And others of you may be at the point of the Knight of Cups. They just feel like quite a bit of a divide within the reading. But what Spirit feels you're going to experience over the next 6 weeks or in the near future, I feel there's going to be communication coming in. Or there's going to be communication between you and your party. But there's going to be lack of understanding here, or there's going to be confusion coming from your party. And that's why I'm getting tongue-tied when I'm trying to explain it. Got that Ace of Cups there. And what guidance would Spirit like you to take from the reading? Two of Pentacles. Typically seen as Capricorn energy, doesn't have to be, but that's what they'd like you to look at within the reading to take forward with you as guidance. Not an order, guys, it's just as guidance. Let me shimmy you back a little bit. I'm just going to shuffle the cards for you one last time. So don't remember, see, look, here we go again. Remember to like, share and subscribe, guys, that would be amazing. And if it is that you're after a personal reading, just check out the description box below. That'll tell you how the reading's done, briefly, and how to go about arranging one of those as well, or just inquiring. Anyway, okay, so up at the back here, we've got the Seven of Wands, as I said, and this Knight of Cups energy. Knight of Cups can be seen as Aquarius, Pisces, but I'm not vibing. I'm feeling it's you, or some of you at least, wanting to move on. What can you give me on that, please, Spirit? The Star. Sorry, I picked out 2 cards there. The Star energy. That is Aquarius energy. Maybe that you have it strongly within your chart. And the next card out of the deck is, in this deck, it's called Danger. Well, that's a Tower energy again. There's more of a positive vibe that comes with these cards, but I'm getting the divide again. What I'm getting is there is possibly someone that is an Aquarius, Pisces energy, but even though that's not their energy as such, I feel this Knight of Cups is what you're observing in them. It might not be how they actually are, but this is you resisting their energy. This Knight of Cups energy. It's not them actually coming in. It's a situation that you're observing from the outside, this Knight of Cups energy. There does feel like a divide here, quite a distinct divide. But I feel you're in the energy of wanting to move forward. You're onto something new. And if it is you've been delving into your Akashic records, that will be you letting go of the baggage that you have been carrying with you. But there's a resistance here from something that's happened in the past. And if you're observing something in somebody, Spirit is saying you're going with a different approach. There's a wanting to move on, I feel, with this Knight of Cups energy. I feel there's even consideration to reaching out. But you're viewing this Knight of Cups at this moment, if it is someone external to you, it's being preoccupied with somebody else, because this danger card that's here, even though it is the Tower card, I feel they're evolving, or they're making it seem like they are, possibly over social media, and they're trying to work on their security, their stability with their pentacles. But it's coming with quite a dreamlike state, so I don't know whether it's you that's idealizing them and there's a not wanting to give in to that energy and approach them, or whether they're idealizing themselves or trying to put themselves and project themselves in a certain way over social media, and that's how you're viewing it. I'll just pop the cards up at the back for you. The reason I feel there's a divide between the energies, and it's not all yours, it's what you're observing as well, is because there's a resistance here, and there's a perseverance of wanting to deal with something, but you're not quite able to. You may be, there's possible fear there, or it's challenging, and while you're wanting to assert yourself, it's fragile, whatever it is that you're trying to deal with. But with the Star energy, it takes time, but things are starting to be discovered, possibly about yourself, and you're starting to become more open-minded. I feel self-aware. But the difference in the energy is that the numbers are going backwards. Down from the 17 to the 16 there. And that Knight of Cups may be appearing like he's moving forward. I feel like he is. Remember, not gender specific. But the danger card in this deck, it's about breakthrough with money. So whatever it is that they've been investing themselves into, they're putting it out there that they're having a breakthrough and that there's growth. But there's lots of icy clouds or bubbles around here. And that Knight of Cups can be in quite a dreamy-like state, but it's not the most committed state. And this is where the doubt's creeping in, because I don't feel you're convinced that that's exactly how it is, or what they're putting across is coming from a complete place of genuineness. Okay, so what can you give me, please, Spirit, on this Wheel of Fortune of why everything's happening between Virgo and their party at the moment? Why is everything happening between Virgo and their party? Well, something's not moving forward. I feel there's a plane of happy families. And 5 of Wands. This is the universe not moving one of you on in this Wheel of Fortune energy, because it's not coming from a place of genuineness. There's a wanting to get to the 10 of Cups. Maybe that they're going through some Death card energy at the moment, some transformation, and they can't quite make sense of everything, and that's why the black candle's being brought in to represent their energy. But there's a preparation of conflict here, or sorry, no, conflict seems a bit heavy. Preparation of confrontation. Who wants to here's the words again. There's doubt. That card shut out there. There's doubt here from the person who wants to confront. There we go. 3 of Pentacles. That's in reverse. Capricorn energy. that's highlighting perfectly the way that the communication is going on within this reading. There's difficulty here of someone asserting themselves, an inability to be able to get past this obstacle. What's the obstacle, please, Spirit? What's the obstacle? There's a challenge here. There's a blockage that's in the way. What's the blockage, please, Spirit? What's the blockage? I'm hearing the devil energy. Stress. I feel like going through something really heavy, like a dark night of the soul. Who's going through that energy, please, Spirit? Who's going through that Nine of Swords energy? I'm hearing somebody with strong Gemini within the chart, or somebody who is a Gemini, doesn't have to be. Nine of Pentacles. That's your energy. If it's not you that's identifying with it, it's somebody that's in a really good place financially. They're stable. They've been investing themselves really heavily into their career and their assets, and they've just not prioritized a relationship. They've just not been, here we go again, they've just not been able to sustain a relationship. And it's not because they're not capable, they just haven't got the time. There's two nines there, so there's some completion here. And with that Wheel of Fortune that's in reverse and the 10 that's placed just over that, and the World card that's over here as well, and this Ace of Cups, there's new energy coming in. I can feel it. It's as if it's a Two of Pentacles vibe. There's an energy of to and fro in it. It is. I've just realised the cards there. There's an energy of going from one to the other here. It's as if the energy is, though, there's a strong psychic connection. And what I'm getting is, for some of you, you may be involved with an Aquarius, Pisces, and we're actually in Pisces season. I'm going into the here we go again, full moon in Virgo, which is around the 18th. But I feel one of you is coming from a really analytical approach, wanting of clarification, of knowing whether you can move on or not. But there's this resistance of energy, a changing of strategy, which come through the energy in that full moon in Leo. Adopting new ways because you're not getting success. And this was what was in the middle of February with the way you usually approach stuff. So you're changing your strategy because you're now starting to recognize, or you recognize, that the approach that you was having, it was just repeating and you were getting the same results. And if you were unsatisfied, it was about changing and adopting new ways. And this can be about sending manifestations out to the universe with the star energy. But I feel strongly there's a Pisces here somewhere. But this fantasy, the clouds, that's going round with the Tower energy. If it is you're involved with a Pisces, it may be that they're in a moment of disillusion, confusion, and things just aren't quite making sense, but they're trying to put out there that they're having this breakthrough. And with the snake there, that can be about wisdom. And that can come with your card, the Hermit card. But something's just not quite making sense to them. But one of you wants to be grounded and move on and is working on keeping yourself grounded. And the other one of you is confused, in a state of illusion, and maybe moving forward with this fantasy. Both of you are waiting on the other one. to put yourselves out there. Okay, so what have we got here, please, Spirit, of what's going through? Spirit's telling me to change deck, but then they've just thrown out that card, so I'll change deck after this one. We've got the Six of Pentacles that's in reverse. The position this is in within the spread, this is what's going through your party's thoughts at the moment. So there's not been an equal give and take. I'm feeling like there's a conscience here. And this is where they feel some conflict has come in or is going to come in. It may be that they're observing that you're in a relationship at the moment and they know it's not going anywhere. Or if you've been involved with them, in the past, they acted unreasonably, but there's a conscience here, I feel. And they're wanting to take action on it. Or one of yous is. That's seen as Taurus, Gemini energy. I'm getting a vibe of jealousy though, or trying to create some jealousy. This is what's going through their thoughts towards you at the moment. They're trying to provoke you with something. And I don't think they're getting a response from you. And this is where that Seven of Wands energy is coming in. Because the card that's at the top of the deck, or sorry, at the bottom of the deck, is the Fool energy in reverse. There's difficulty with communication here. I think that's become quite evident with how my speech is unfolding throughout the reading. But there's a resistance to this new beginning, and that's coming through with that Fool energy. There's an Aquarius here as well. May even be that there's another party involved and something's been made clear to them. I feel there's been an extra party involved somewhere. It may not be that they was heavily involved with them, but you're taking a different approach with this party, and there may have been somebody else around them that's taken an interest and they've not really been that into them. There's a strategy here, there's a plan of action, there's a game that's going on, and someone's not following their emotions, their desires, and it's either what they think of you or what's going through their thoughts of how they're going to behave towards you at this moment. What's going on then within their day-to-day that apparently we're not aware of? Spirit is reminding me again to change deck. So what we're going to do is go for the Light Seers Tarot deck. The first deck that I was using was the 1001 Nights Tarot deck. So the World card. What can you give me on this, please, Spirit? I'm hearing finality. It's done. There's no more growth. You can see the reef there that goes right the way around the female. And there's completion. There's been a tying up of loose ends. It's done. There's no further room for it to develop. What else can you give me on this World, please, Spirit, of what's going on within Virgo's party's environment, within their day-to-day that apparently we're not aware of? Yep, Eight of Cups. A wanting of more. Pisces energy. And there's the Devil. If they've been with somebody or have been casually dating them, they've brought it to an end. They said it's not really going anywhere, there's too many responsibilities, and they've been obsessing about something. Or this Devil energy, it doesn't always have to be bad, but it can be overworking or too preoccupied, but it's consumption that's too much. It may be that the person they've been involved with, I'm hearing casually, just didn't bring the right energy with them, and I'm being drawn to that black candle again there. Possibly something's going on within them, because Spirit is drawing me really strongly towards the star, the tattoo that's on his chest. But I feel they're working on themselves, they're prioritising that. And that can be seen as your energy, that Nine of Pentacles. There's either an obsessing over you, or they're wanting to keep themselves, would you believe, look, here's the World now, but in the upright. They've either made themselves single, or they've been obsessing about you, wanting to be single or waiting for you, and they're putting it down to the universe. Or because they've had such heavy stuff going on. Again, I'm hearing Dark Night of the Soul and the Death card, transition going through. They thought the best thing to do is concentrate on, I'm hearing something's caught up with them here, and they're now starting to cooperate with it instead of resisting with it, instead of resisting it. And the universe is showing them that because they're willing to work with whatever this devil energy is, the universe will work with them and move them forward. What's this devil energy? What is it that they've been working with, please, Spirit? What is it that they've been working with? Spirit's still saying to me, Dark Night of the Soul. They've been going through transformation. There's been issues, I've heard, possibly from childhood or from their younger days, that they haven't acted the best, and they've wanted to move forward with a clean slate. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. They've not wanted to move forward and offer anything, or haven't found closure with something, and now they're starting to acknowledge it, even if it's within the thoughts, that they need to deal with it, and that they've been preoccupying themselves maybe with this Nine of Pentacles energy, or trying to preoccupy themselves with thinking about you. They've acknowledged that it's been a coping strategy and that there's other issues there that need dealing with. The universe has moved them on, because this beginning that they had, this Ace of Pentacles, whatever it is that they've started, it's just been looming. And they've now decided that if they want to turn that into the upright and they want to move on, they've got to take a grip of this here and begin again. And this is where that King of Wands comes in. The strong Sagittarius energy here. They've been given a new beginning with something, but they've really had to stand up and show themselves. There's quite a protective energy, that lion there that's in the background looming, and I feel it's protecting that Ace of Pentacles. I feel it might be a child. It's not going to be for all of you. Yeah, because the next card to come out is Libra energy of wanting to do the right thing. They've had some type of karma here. I feel something's caught up with them. They've possibly been, here we go again, possibly been showboating, putting themselves out there in a particular light. Maybe that they've not been paying something like child maintenance, or there's been an avoidance of wanting to be involved with a child, something like that. And it's ticked, it's really naffed off. And this energy's been prowling. And they've thought, right, we're not having it, because you've got something that is here, which may be a child that you are responsible for, or whatever else that it is, and you're ignoring it. And action's been taken. Okay, so what are their fears moving forward towards Virgo? What are their fears moving towards you? Well, it's this Tower. This Tower energy that you're going to find out about all this upset that they've created. And there's that Two of Pentacles. Next card to come out of the deck, Five of Wands. I feel both of you are on a spiritual path here, and one of you is a lot further along than the other one. But your party, because they've been in such denial and avoiding something that they've done from so long ago, it's finally caught up with them, and now they're in a more mature place. They want to pursue something with you, but they can't move forward because they don't want to take whatever this guilt is that they have into the relationship with you. They want to sort it out first. So they're concentrating on doing the right thing at the moment. I feel if you was to get in contact with them and offer things between each other, start communicating, they may be able to offer you something emotionally, but I don't think it'd be anything huge, because they're prioritizing now whatever it is that's been going on here. But by the time they catch up with you, emotionally, spiritually, all this will be sorted and they'll be on better grounds. They really are trying. They really are showing their enthusiasm. But the concern is you will have moved on. But there's no communication of what's going on here. And I feel because they've got such a big conscience, they're not wanting to disclose this to you, and there's a fear of you finding out. I'm getting like them going into a self-preservation. To protect themselves, but it's giving off the wrong message. It's as if they're trying to keep you at arm's length, but do just enough to keep your attention, to stop you from moving on. But it's that they're trying to buy time. Yeah, it's a game, but they're trying to buy time, but you don't quite know whether they're trying to buy your time. Yeah, it is messing with your head. And then the card that's at the bottom of the deck is the Seven of Wands. And that's you moving on your spiritual journey. This is a more spiritual deck, a more calming deck. And as you can see, compared to this Seven of Wands that's up at the top, the gentleman is in the stance there. They've worked hard to get there, but they're resisting the energy that's coming at them. This lady, she's elevated, but she's turning away because she's at a place of such comfort and contentment. She doesn't even need to acknowledge it because there's that glow there in the chakras, and she's grounded and she knows exactly where she's going, and whatever it is that comes at her, she just grounds herself, relies on her own intuition and keeps moving forward. And that's the energy that they see you in. They're trying to keep the situation motivated. They're trying to keep hold of you, but yet not tell you what's going on. And their fear is that if they stop getting your attention with this Seven of Wands, you're going to turn away. I've just looked at the bottom of the deck there, and we've got the Hangman, Pisces energy, a holding back, still, whilst that Seven of Wands is up there. And then the next card to come out is the Death and Rebirth, because that's what's going on behind the scenes. Spirit has been guiding me towards that black candle, saying there's some type of transformation that's going through. They're trying to buy time. Okay, so what can you give me, please, Spirit, on this Ace of Cups, of what's going to unfold over the next 6 weeks or in the near future? Well, there's going to be movement forward, swift movement forward, and communication. And there's you, Leo, Virgo energy, mainly Virgo. But there's a moving forward. There's an offer that's coming in. There's a lot of completions. Yeah, it's coming through in their energy, but it may be across what you're reading. but there's a new beginning here. This may be them offering out the cup, but I think it's a new opportunity for you. Maybe not a cup that's coming into you. May now be you recognizing that you can offer happiness to yourself. You don't need it to come in externally for you to get that ultimate fulfillment, the joy. But there's a prioritizing here of somebody or something, and it really puts a spring in your step because you've worked hard to get here. You really have, and you've taken your time and your patience, and that, all of these pentacles here in different colours, they're reminding me of the chakras. They're reminding me of patience, of keeping yourself balanced. You've taken the lead here, the force, The horse is following behind, and the next card to come out is coming together, the Temperance. For some of you, that's your crown chakra opening, and you're coming into alignment with spirit because you've prioritized yourself, and that's what's been necessary. There's been a waiting of external validation, and now you've invested in yourself, and I feel this party recognizes that. You yourself have created this divide, and you've gone from being in that persevering, standing your ground but defensive energy to sitting there calmly with a knowing. You've balanced yourself out and you're following that inner knowing. I do feel you're going to get communication through, maybe with an explanation. And it's about bringing two people together. Who's it going to be with, please, Spirit? Because for some of you, it's not going to be with this party. There's too much of a stubbornness vibe, and they're not out the woods yet. If you get my drift, they're not out of the troubled, unsettled energy yet. They're not out of this devil energy. Three of Wands. Strong Aries, might be a Pisces Aries that's within the reading, but there's also strong Sagittarius as well. I feel you're going to be approached with an opportunity. May even be just you for yourself to move forward, and it's giving you some direction and creating more distance between you and this party. What else can you give me on the Three of Wands? King of Cups. Some of you may be Virgo, Libra, Cuspers. There's a lot unknown to you at this time with that Three of Wands, but there's the reassurance that's underneath that Knight of Pentacles energy and the surge forward. You're moving forward because of what you're feeling inside, and you're trusting it, not because you're looking at the external. If you're looking externally, I feel it'll be for synchronicities, and you're trusting the universe more. You're more grounded, coming from a place of love and compassion. Not that you was hard and, before, but there's an evolving, there's growth that's gone within, because you've gone with the Virgo approach of grounding yourself. And I feel this is going to really develop, especially when this full moon comes in, or the opportunity is there. But this King of Cups, he's intuitive as well, and you can see that glow that's around the top of his head there. But he's got that knowing of being able to balance emotion with logic. And even though that opportunity with the Three of Wands hasn't come in yet, whether it be with a person or with this King of Cups, there's a confidence, there's a vibe here, and there's a thinking of the bigger picture. For others of you though, I feel there's still a waiting without you realising it or wanting to recognise it for this King of Cups to come in. Because whilst he's sat there patiently and looking calm, he's turning his back on this boat here. And I feel that's you in a way, sending the boat out, trying to get the attention. And this King of Cups has got his back turned on it. There's strong Scorpio within this reading as well. But the problem is with this King of Cups, because remember there's good points and bad points to all of the cards, or good points and not so good points, is that he remembers past pain and he can carry them forward with him, or carry the pain forward with him unconsciously. And this is where I feel this party is detached from you, even maybe from himself still, or herself. Remember, it's not gender specific. And there's a problem with emotional communication and an overwhelm with the emotions. And I feel that's why there's a turning on this boat here, because that's what you're sending out. It's as if it's travel. I'm getting like a chariot vibe energy, even though that's a surfboard she's got there. It's a form of travel, a form of making distance, making ground, movement. And then you've got that boat there, which is the same, but he's turning the back on it. He's turning his back on it. There's that communication again. I've been saying to you throughout the reading, there's a disconnection, or wanting a disconnection from the emotions, a detachment, and difficulty communicating emotions. And it's as if this person can't verbalise at the moment the place that they're in. I feel this transformation that they're going through is this new energy that they're in. They're not used to coming from this place of emotion. It's new territory for them. They're used to working very strategically. I'm getting like a forces, an army type vibe. And now they're in their emotions. I'm not saying if you've been in the forces that you're emotionless. There's a very logical way of thinking. And this energy that they're in now, it's new to them, and that's why they're behind. You are more emotionally evolved than what they are. But for some of you, you're still going to be waiting. Now this Two of Pentacles energy, this is a to-ing and fro-in. And yeah, it's an energy of trying to go with the flow. But I feel this is within yourself and not waiting for an opportunity to come in. It's about enjoying the moment and being in the present. Yeah, he's overwhelmed, but he's dealing with the here and now. He's not looking into the future, he's not looking into the past. He's just dealing with the priorities that are at the moment, and he's managing. Yeah, he's tiptoeing, but that is likely just the overwhelm of the days. But you've got it grounded, I feel like you have throughout the reading. And it's about crediting yourself with that. But there's growth here. There really is growth here. Let's see what else, what guidance Spirit is trying to tell you with regard to this Two of Pentacles. What else can you give me on this Two of Pentacles, please, Spirit, of what you'd like Virgo to take from the reading? Eight of Pentacles. It's about continuing with your plans, prioritising yourself, avoiding trying to look back. Or if you do, recognising, trying to find the positivity, the enlightenment. You can see that candle there, but she's looking towards the past, trying to realise. I know you can't try and realise, but look at what it is that you've moved on from. And this is what I just said before I pulled that card out. and then sit and think of what your next plan of action is moving forward. That's your energy, Virgo Libra energy. If it is that you're into lunar cycles, it's about sending your affirmations out into the universe. That's why that bird is there, making it clear, making it known what it is that you want. But she's sure with her posture, the way she sat, where she's got her hand in. She doesn't need to raise the sword because she feels to make herself known how powerful she is. She already knows how powerful she is. That's why she's just got the sword resting at the side. But she knows where she's going. And this is about continuing to live in the here and now, keeping yourself grounded, being involved in the outdoors more, and it'll help you make sense of what's actually going on at the moment and keeping you grounded. Some of you are living too far in front. And I know this is what you try and get from readings. You try and find out what's happening in front, but it's also a resource of bringing some clarity, if it does, to where you're at the moment. And there's so much growth that has taken place, and so much that you can give yourself a pat on the back for and be proud of, be in this Queen of Swords energy. Because by her sitting, this lady looking back and reflecting and becoming enlightened and realising how she's developed and how she's moved on and how she's moving forward, it brings in that type of energy of knowing, and there is absolutely nothing wrong with that energy at all. Sending massive hugs your way. This has been an absolute amazing reading. I've loved it. It doesn't mean to say that because an energy isn't coming in that you're wanting, it isn't gonna come in. But it's clear here with this energy, Spirit is saying to invest in you. And whilst you're investing in you, the external around you will gravitate in. But you've got to be coming from a place of genuineness. It's not, I'll invest in me, hoping to reel them in, or this particular party will come in. It's because that's what you're worth. It's about not putting your energy and your effort into somebody where you're not getting anything back. Prioritize you now. Make it about you. Give yourself the time to see how you've developed. Sit there and really admire yourself for how far you've come, and work out how you're going to move forward. Massive hugs. Bye.